Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Thursday, November 20th. Today in Baton Rouge, it's a foggy morning here in the capital city, and throughout the day, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of around 81. In hour one of today's show, we'll talk about the status for LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier heading into senior day and the Saints moving on from a veteran pass catcher. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from Pro Dreams, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo, and welcome in to OTB here live from Pro Dreams in Baton Rouge. Jake and Flynn here at Pro Dreams. Musso and Tay back in the Raising Cane studio. What game do we have on this week? Well, I don't know, but I just saw Danny Etling on the screen. Oh, yeah. They're balling right now. Danny Dimes. 2017 LSU Open. All right. Sure. We always have a game here on
Why not?
during our time at Pro Dreams.
Only 8 years ago.
See, I don't know why you need to say all that.
No, that's on me.
God, Danny Etling was it that long ago? All right. Guess so. What's up, brother? How we doing? How we living?
Doing fantastic.
Low skies today.
Real low skies, like us pilots like to say. It was a tough one. I almost put the flashers on.
You thought about it?
I thought about it, but I didn't. But yeah, but we're here. But if you're out driving around right now in the Baton Rouge area, and I'm sure outside of Baton Rouge, be careful. Stay safe out there. Stay in between the lines.
I would say right there. We're at, again, Pro Dreams, so right here by the OG original walk-ons. I would say at Nicholson by Tigerland.
Mm-hmm.
If I was outside my car, I don't know if I could see my hand in front of my face.
It was some tough driving out there today. Is that why you walked in here about 15 seconds before the mics came on?
No.
We were about to have to roll the national show.
No, I had a hit with Dusty and Danny in the morning on our Sirius XM.
Is that radio
channel.
slang for going on their show for a little bit?
What?
You had a hit with them?
Yeah, you never heard that?
I don't know.
Come on, man. You've been in this deal since June.
Yeah, but I don't do a lot of hits.
No, that's true. Well, people ask you to. You just never text them back.
That's a good point.
I can't tell you how many texts I've gotten. Hey, I reached out to your boy Flynn. He hadn't hit me back yet, though.
Yeah, I don't like doing those hits.
That's kind of, is that your final chapter in becoming a real full-time radio guy? Is to start to do those?
Yeah, I've actually done a couple. I've done a couple on your show.
That does not count.
It does count.
That does not count.
It's an afternoon hit.
That does not count whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I did one. I did a show in Lafayette one time.
Oh, you did? Okay,
I did.
yeah.
Not a huge deal.
Right.
I think that's it, though.
Yeah.
I do get reached out to quite a bit.
Yeah. Do you write them back, or do you just leave them on red?
People hit me in the DMs.
Okay.
That's a great question. I'm really bad at using my phone.
Yeah, I know, because then they text me saying, hey, your guy never wrote me back.
Yeah, I'm really poor at that, especially like during the day, like when I'm at the office, because like I'll read it and I'm like, I'll get back to that one.
Yeah.
Because like I don't just want to give them bad news just like immediately. Let them down easy in about 30 minutes and I forget.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll get better.
Mm-hmm. And then at some point, I just feel like they'll get the picture.
You know, when you go on other people's shows, though, that you know what that does? It actually promotes this show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got it.
All right.
So I should do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying you got to do every one of them because I'd be lying to you if I said that I say yes to all of them.
There's a lot of people with podcasts out there.
There's a lot.
There's a lot, and they're all on social media. And I got a inbox full of people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like in Wisconsin. They have a lot of podcasts. Probably a lot of basement podcasts.
Yes, you don't do those because that doesn't help us.
And there's a lot of Louisiana people with a podcast.
Do those. That does help us.
Okay. I got it.
So every time we come here at Pro Dreams, we have, something that we're doing. It was a jersey deal a couple of weeks ago. Different promotions. Obviously, there was the Weeks Brothers football that had paint on it that didn't have a Sharpie, that it didn't dry. So you got a discount on that one. This week, here at Pro Dreams, go to pro-dreams.com, and the promo is going to be 20% off any order that you have. So any order that you have, 20% off. Use code Hester and Flynn. All one word, I'm assuming. Hester and Flynn.
Ampersand?
What?
Are you spelling and out or using that?
I think we're spelling it out.
All right, cool,
yeah.
tight.
Yeah, so my name first, obviously, and then your name, Hester and Flynn. 20% off, pro-dreams.com.
All right, cool. Is it case sensitive? Do we need to do all lowercase?
You're asking a lot of questions. I don't really know. Trey hit me up about 6:30 this morning to tell me the deal.
I just want to get clarification out there.
Right.
For myself, really, because I might be getting that 20% off too.
Okay, well I would assume just go ahead and start out with lowercase.
Yep.
And then we'll adjust if we have to.
Smart. And no ampersand. Try my name first. You might get about 40% off.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You can try it. You can see if Trey maybe, slipped a different deal in there. But no, Hester and Flynn get 20% off your entire order, pro-dreams.com.
Very good. I'm excited.
Jordan, does LSU win this game? Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they can't. Oh, they didn't lose to a quarterback wearing number 20.
No, watch this. Bow.
Yeah. Oh, Shea Patterson wearing number 20. Ole Miss. All right.
Yeah. So me and Jordan were rapping here before the show started.
Talking lapels?
Talking lapels.
Lock up.
He educated me on a little bit about why the Derek Queen, and he corrected me, it's not Patrick Queen, Derek Queen, why the trade was so poor, because I learned about protections.
Yeah.
And the potential protections, and I think that's the dumbest thing in the whole world.
Yeah, you could have the Hawks with your number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. But why? Well, yeah, it confuses me because he's telling me about you could have done a top 3 pick or protected your a top 5 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, well, why would anybody do that? You could just trade away a first-round pick and then potentially not get anything the next year.
Yeah,
confuses me. It's just a whole mess, and it reemphasized on why I don't really like NBA.
So Queen's a good player. I think he's going to be a really good player, but you're not a really good team. In fact, you're a really bad team, and so it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze conversation? You got a good player.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And look, there's no guarantee that whatever pick that you have is going to be a good player.
Can you imagine putting a protection on an NFL trade? It sounds so stupid.
Hey, well, yeah, we'll trade you this number 1 receiver for first round, but if it's top 7, then you got to delay that because you don't get it that year.
Who was the first person that completed? What GM completed? He created this hey, I want to trade you this pick, but if I get a good pick next year, I'm going to keep it. That dude was a badass, whoever that was.
Yeah, he called all his friends that day and let them know, listen to this.
Guess what I did? This guy agreed to traded me a pick, but if we stink, they don't get it.
The NBA does a lot of things, a lot of unique things when it comes to stuff like that. So the Pels lost again last night. In case you're wondering, I'm sure that's what started the conversation.
No, it wasn't because Jordan was watching the Joker talking good about Derek Queen.
Oh, he was. Look, that's Tim Duncan, and now the Joker talking good about Derek Queen.
I asked him. I was like, well, what do you expect him to say? They asked him about him. What is he going to say? He stinks. Bad player. But Jordan went on to say he elaborated. He didn't give just a stock answer.
You never said anything about a NFL player when they asked you about it? I didn't always just wax poetic if I didn't feel like the player deserved it.
No. But he could have done he's a really good young player. He could give him something like that. Got a lot to learn. He's got a lot of talent, blah, blah, blah. But apparently he went on and he did wax poetic.
All right.
What does that mean? Wax poetic.
Where'd you go to school? you hate on Shreveport Evangel all the time, but I'll say stuff.
No, I get it. I know what it means. I'm just saying, let's, move on.
What would you like me to say?
No, I like the saying. I say that as well.
Okay.
Just trying to break down the words.
Oh, you're asking out loud because that's the way your brain works.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that mean exactly? We say it a lot.
Wax poetic?
What does it mean, actually?
What are we waxing?
We'll find out the origin of it like we did with Liz Frank, which you were right, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, Doc was right. But I knew it was a person's name.
You said it first.
I knew it was a person's name. I didn't know it was from the Napoleonic
exactly.
War.
Yes.
Dr.
Don't even try.
Jean Liz Frank.
All right, and as we often do here when we're at Pro Dreams, because we play like an old school game of years ago, and then we get really excited because LSU is like real physical in the offensive line and runs the football.
My God, that was a power actually.
Oh my gosh, you got Darrell Williams and Darius Geis right now just toting the rock.
God,
that was nice. That was fun.
2017, what a time to be alive.
17 or 16? 17. Okay, 2017. All
this was actually the first year that they.
Because 16 would have been less.
LSU was beta testing our very first version of My High in 17.
Oh, is that why they had 6 cramps on that last drive?
Oh, my God.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was a little beta test.
I didn't see that.
Not a big deal.
First team, right? First team that tested it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They were the only team that tested it.
Guinea pigs?
Yeah, they were the guinea pigs.
Our beloved university, you just have it out there as guinea pigs?
We had a handful of high schools that guinea pigged it with them as well. But, yeah, we did all the sweat testing on the.
Look at Moff getting fired up right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's making me sad watching them run power and having multiple running backs. So we'll do
by the
this.
way, Dan Antling was good. Just want you to know that.
Yeah, who said he wasn't?
A lot of people then.
Yeah, not me. What was Geis's? Yeah, he had a field day. I mean, he used to crush Ole Miss. All right, we will step away. A lot more coming your way. We'll get this thing started when we come back live from Pro Dreams in Baton Rouge. Again, pro-dreams.com, promo code Hester and Flynn. 20% off your entire order. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
Can you imagine having your feet up back in 2017, ice cold Dos Equis in hand, and you're watching LSU run power after power after power, getting like 7 yards a chunk like they just did yet again.
Honestly, Jake, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's true. That would be utopic. It would be a utopic feeling because you got Dos Equis and you've got the power run all in the same spot. But look, maybe you can't enjoy that right now, but you can enjoy ice cold Dos Equis. In fact, you can go for Dos.
Yeah.
You can have a couple.
You can
Dos
drink
Equis.
one Dos Equis or Dos Equis, or you can buy a 12-pack and ask everybody around you what they're drinking that day.
You could do that.
Whatever it is, make sure, it's Thursday. We're getting close to the weekend. Make sure you start getting that. Go to the store, wherever you like to purchase an adult bevy. Make sure you get it iced down. Make sure you get it in the fridge and get ready for an incredible weekend of football all weekend long. Drink responsibly. Go for Dos.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house. She got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard. You a bad broad.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from Pro Dreams in Baton Rouge. Again, pro-dreams.com, promo code Hester and Flynn. Get 20% off your order.
Yeah, and hey, if you got like an event coming up, maybe if you're running a big company party, maybe getting close to the holidays, and you want to like spice it up a little bit and have Pro Dreams come set up a silent auction at your place. I don't know. some of the best athletes in the world, some of the best entertainers in the world. Maybe get some cool autograph memorabilia from that at a sweet little holiday party. Give them a call. That's what they do. They will, and if you have some sort of fundraiser where you're raising money for something, they'll actually donate a portion of those proceeds back to that foundation as well. So that is what they do here at Pro Dreams. So give them a call. pro-dreams.com.
Yeah, and y'all know this by now. Every week we watch a game here, like an old game, and it's on this gigantic TV in front of us. So we apologize when we just, yell out stuff. Like, Will Clapp just bodied somebody the play before and bodied them and then rolled over them and got them again. And so, just going to keep
I've always wondered, what is the inches on this TV? It's a big one.
A lot. Whatever a lot is.
It's over 100.
Maybe.
Because at my house I have an 85-inch TV.
Can you have money?
I ain't afraid to say it. It was a deal. Got it for $500. Okay, who would have thought 15 years ago that you get 85-inch television for $500?
Right, the first flat screen I got was like 32-inch, and it was like $1,000.
Yep, me and I packed Huck up, and me and him a couple years ago went over to Sam's Club, and we got that deal.
Yeah, there you go.
Right time of year, got a good buy. This is much bigger than that. This is over 100 yards. It's
100 yards?
Yeah, 100 yards.
Oh, my Lord.
100 inches. It's amazing.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com. That is the website for GoFlow IV Spa. That's GEAUX FlowIV.com. Go see them today. Check out all the different packages and deals that they have. Remember, you can become a member, right? And so that way you're always staying on top of it. Also, like if, maybe you didn't plan on having quite the weekend that you had, and you're like, man, before Monday, I need to go ahead and get a little bit of a boost, and they can give you that over at GoFlow IV Spa.
Yeah, go to their website, goflowiv.com. You can check out their menu they have of all the different IVs. If you got a sick stomach, if you're just in pain, got some inflammation, or maybe you're feeling bad. It's the time of year. There is sickness going around everywhere in South Louisiana right now. So if you want to boost that immune system to fight it off, or maybe you got a little sniffle right now, I think we're kind of dealing with a little bit. I'm going to go see them this afternoon. I've been meaning to go all week, and I've just been putting it off. But today is the day I will have an IV in me. So if you have ever been curious about IV treatment, therapy, whatever it is, go see them. Go Flow IV.
All right, so LSU Tigers taking on Western Kentucky on Saturday night in
How are they? How's that team?
They're good, record-wise. Now, they haven't played a Power 4 team, which is abnormal for them because typically they would have played multiple by now. But I believe they're 7-2.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
That sounds real right to me.
Or maybe, no, sorry, 8. They'd be 8-2. 8-2 at this point. So 8-2, confirmed. There we go. So it's going to be senior night as well. Obviously, your last game, if you're LSU, is going to be in Norman, Oklahoma to finish up the regular season. So you're going to say goodbye to this senior class, and that includes quarterback Garrett Nussmeier, who is doubtful for senior night. And I don't know what that means in the next couple of games. I don't know what that means for the Oklahoma game. I don't know what that means for the bowl game, but there's a chance that we've seen the last of Garrett Nussmeier in an LSU uniform. So that, missing senior night, that's less than ideal, obviously. And I hope he gets a very warm reception on senior night. If anything else happens, I would be very disappointed in our great fans. And so I don't know if we'll see him again, but I know this year did not go his way the way anybody wanted to, individually or team goals wise. There's a lot of different factors that play into it. There's a lot of things offensively that we talk about, the foundation of this year's offense. I'm not sure how successful anybody could be through the air with that. But regardless of all of that, he tried to do it the right way. And he did do it the right way. Played when he was a young player here. He would come in for Max Johnson here or there. Didn't get starts, but he would come in and play. And, you could see the talent, and you talked about him for years. You've talked about him for 3-4 years. First time you saw him throw a football, you're like, who's that guy? And there's a lot of places across the country that Garrett could have gone. He could have played. He could have been a starter, and he didn't want to go anywhere else. And he just, happened to have to sit behind a guy named Jaden Daniels, who won a Heisman Trophy, was the number 2 overall pick, won Offensive Rookie of the Year in the NFL, all those things. So he sat. He continued to develop, continued to be a great teammate. And when he finally got his opportunity, he had a great year. He throws for over 4,000 yards. He was one of the most exciting quarterbacks in college football. And coming into this year, he had some of the best Heisman odds because of what he had done the year before. And again, I know it was not great this year. Like, we all know that. And again, I'll go back to it. Individually and team goals-wise, it was not great. The foundation wasn't great, and unfortunately, here's where we're at. But still doesn't mean you don't celebrate a guy that loves this place, did everything he could for this place, did things that nobody else would do in this day and age. You did it. It's very similar to your story, but like today's, hey, right, I can go in the portal and I can make a lot of money because a lot of people would want my services. He didn't do that. And so, if we have seen him for the last time in an LSU uniform, I am still going to very much appreciate what Garrett Nussmeier did for LSU.
Yeah, and to do what he did, you can't really compare it. I don't think you can compare it to, like, my story at LSU because it is so much harder to do it this day and age because it's more commonplace. There's no penalties like there used to be with the transferring. When I saw Garrett play in a scrimmage multiple years ago, and I've told the story a bunch of times, I went there to go see another quarterback at practice. And I was watching him, and, I was like, yeah, this kid's good, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, but who's that kid over there on the other side of the field throwing? I knew Garrett had a special talent, and I knew from a young age that he would be I figured if he got a chance that he'd be a really good player. He was dealt a really crappy hand this year. That's not an excuse for playing bad and missing throws and kind of seeing ghosts sometimes. That's not an excuse for that, but we've broken down a lot of the foundation and the bones of this offense being a little bit incompetent, not very conducive to any style of quarterback play or any style. And we've broken down a lot of those reasons why in film study, and we're not the only ones. It doesn't take a football expert to see that what we're doing on offense just hasn't worked all season. And a lot of that, the responsibility always falls on the coach in charge and the quarterback, whether that's fair or unfair. It's just the way it is. That's, you get quarterbacks and coaches, they get way too much credit than they deserve, and they get way too much blame than they deserve. And that's the nature of the beast. That's what we sign up for. Nobody feels sorry for you. No quarterback or coach wants people to feel sorry for them in that way. But the expectations coming into this season were high, and rightfully so, because of the performance that Garrett Nussmeier has always done when he came into a game. Certainly, maybe not at mop-up duty. I know there were some mop-up days that had people shaking their fist. But his first start, bowl game, dominated.
Yeah.
Right? Started last year. They threw the ball all over the place. He was seeing all 53 yards from left to right. He can make every single throw. They attacked the middle of the field. They were more dynamic for whatever reason. And for whatever reason, from one year to the next, they lost a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Nobody can really explain it. But they did. And you lose an offensive line last year, and you come in, and Garrett Nussmeier gets beat up. And he's not the athletic guy that can make those plays. And unfortunately, based on the circumstance this year, and him being a little bit injured, he just wasn't able to do those things. And I think it eventually kind of wore on him, got to him, seeing a little bit. Everybody gets the yips, right? Everybody gets I think Sam Darnold said it a couple of years ago. I don't know. I'm seeing ghosts out there.
Yeah.
He literally said that. Yeah. And, you watch Garrett, it's like, that's not the Garrett that we've seen so many times. That was what's frustrating. And I get it. Fan bases wanting, there's great expectations. So you go watch this kid, and you watch the offense, and the boo birds come out, and I get that. That's in the middle of the game. You're frustrated as a fan base, blah, blah, blah. Got it. But this kid deserves all the respect and admiration from all of us fans this week on the senior night. If we have indeed seen the last of Garrett Nussmeier, I love everything that the kid stood for. And I'm not saying that nobody else has stood for great things at other positions, but quarterback gets highlighted on everything, right? I've loved everything that he stood for. He's been ultra patient in a very impatient world that we live in. Very loyal in an unloyal world that we live in. The kid puts crosses in his cheeks every single day, thanks to Lord and Savior, every time he gets a chance. He's done everything the right way. He's been patient, and he's been a great LSU Tiger. We all wish that he played better this year. We all wish that the offense was better. He wishes it more than any of us. I can promise you that, because what he did, he could have gone to the NFL last year. Yeah. He could have transferred. He could have done so many things throughout that would have set himself up for the future better, because coming back, of course, has hurt his draft stock. Has hurt everything. I don't know if he's draftable. No idea. I don't know if he's going to go to the Senior Bowl. And if you would have told me we'd be saying that before the season started, I would have said you were crazy, right? It's wild to be even in this situation, but unfortunately, because of the circumstance, because of the poor offensive scheme and system and everything that went around, the quarterback's going to bear the brunt of that blame. So I hope he gets a huge ovation. I'm proud that he has been an LSU Tiger, and my hats are off to him. And if we have seen the last of him, I wish him well, and I hope that he gets rid of those, whatever the ghosts are, the yips or whatever it is, and I hope he has a long career.
Yeah, and to the NFL portion of that, I do have Drew Fabianich on off campus every single week, actually every Thursday, so I'll have him on later today. And I asked him that question about Garrett a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, "Yeah, look, I mean, obviously the tape from this year is out there, and you got to evaluate that." He said, "But in the NFL, we evaluate everything." Mm-hmm. He's like, "You don't forget about the bad, but you don't forget about the good either."
Sure.
He said the good tape will be evaluated, and there's going to be NFL teams that say, "Okay, we've seen it, we saw it. How do we get that? Because if we get that version, we're drafting him."
Yeah.
Right. So he's still very much in play at the next level. And look, I know there's a lot of people that are right now just writing in the YouTube chat.
For sure.
He's still got that opportunity. So, and look, if the worst thing about him is he tried to play through injury, okay. I mean, he was trying to find a way to help his football team, right?
Yeah.
And we all try to do that at times. And is it the smartest thing to do? Sometimes it's not. But again, if that's the worst thing, if like you're getting mad because he tried to play through injury, I mean, all of us try to play through injury from time to time, and sometimes it's smart, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, and hopefully NFL scouts will look at the totality of everything. Of course, just like you said, you can't take away bad film, you can't take away good film. Eye in the sky does not lie for a reason. But hopefully they look at it and be like, "Ooh, this offense he was playing in was doo-doo." like this scheme stunk.
There's definitely going to be some people like, "Hold up, they asked him to do what with that concept?"
They were doing what now?
Yeah.
Say what? But yeah, and you know what another knock is too, and I know people, think I'm an old man yelling at the lawn, talking about the clap count, the stupid clap count of being in the shotgun every play.
You love it.
That hurts. I'm telling you, that hurts people with draft stock. That hurts draft stock for quarterbacks being in that type of offense. Nobody in the NFL does that.
Yeah.
There's more and more under center, regular, like what we could think of traditional plays in the NFL. So certainly that doesn't help either. And I hope that we kind of get away from that, because it's brutal. You're seeing more and more NFL coaches come out and just trash the clap count too.
Oh, yeah.
It's so stupid. Stop doing it. I hate it.
Tell us how you really feel.
Use your voice.
Oh, there you go. Is that your cadence there, bud? Hey, I was about to say, I think before we get out of here today, like, you got to get up and you got to go through
I'll give you a snap count.
You go through the whole deal. Yeah, we'll do. We got a football right there
now, bub.
And everything.
I don't want to yell too loud in the microphone. Well, I don't know how far away to put it.
Apparently, the volume's not great anyway when we're on remote. That's why we got to turn this thing all the way up.
Sure.
So,
give me a sound effect. How does that sound today?
And what?
Oh, you got to turn it.
We got to turn it. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty loud.
All right.
I'm a big Green 19 guy. Learned that from Aaron.
Okay.
I don't know if he learned that from Brett.
Yeah.
But it's the perfect tone, the perfect way you the mouth moves.
We were green 80.
Green 80. Green 80 is okay, but it's not green 19. And then you go, like, people go with blue. Blue's tough because, like, I don't know, the way you got to, like, the tongue is top of your mouth, and, like, it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Some people would go white 11.
Really? I never heard white.
Yeah. I'd go, like, white 11 on a dummy count sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll get that before we get out here today. Believe you
Blue
me.
45 was my backup.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Blue 45?
Blue 45.
No, I don't like that. Get that out of here.
You gotta have something you can grunt into.
Can't wait for that.
Because the grunt cuts through crowd noise better.
Okay.
Than just a normal pitch.
All right, we'll get that at some point here today. All right, more OTB when we come back here live from Pro Dreams.
Off the bench.
All right, to go to centralplumbing.org, the website for Central Plumbing. Not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. So when you go to the website, always remember you can check out what they can do for you in the remodel game, at your home, at your business. You can check out all the things that they can do for you, big, small, everywhere in between in that remodel. Also, go tankless today with a tankless water heater. Never run out of hot water again. And also, if you have an emergency, 24/7, 365 weekend holiday, 225-925-8552.
That's right, Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org. Next week, we got Thanksgiving coming up. So you might have a bunch of people coming in town. You might have the guest room filled up. You might have people sleeping on the couch, whatever it is. Well, sometimes those guest bathrooms, they get a little bit overused. So guess what? 24/7 emergency service. Even on Thanksgiving, if there is an issue, whatever the plumbing issue is, make sure you give them a call. Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB live from Pro Dreams here in Baton Rouge.
Look, just put a bow on talking about Nuss last segment. If you start connecting a lot of dots, I think it kind of all went downhill for him when he said he'd never watched Varsity Blues.
Oof. That's tough.
I don't think people are talking about that enough.
It's tough.
At SEC Media Days.
Because we only had...
Looked us straight in our face.
We only had one person that had seen it because Whit hadn't seen it either.
Yep.
And that was...
But Whit was very apologetic about it.
It was very apologetic.
But Nuss looked us straight into our face and said, is that even my generation?
He did. That's true.
Basically calling us super old.
That's true. Whit, if you're listening, you need to watch that. You said you would. You need to watch that. Blake Shapen, Mississippi State quarterback, was the only one that said he had seen it.
Yep.
So,
respect to him.
Yeah. All making sense now.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, people need to talk about these things. They're important. It's important, people. All right. Back to your roots.
So moving on from that conversation, and I'm sure we'll find ourselves back talking about, obviously, LSU and Western Kentucky a little bit later on. The New Orleans Saints make a move, and they agree to part ways, mutually agree, which don't see that very often, to part ways with receiver Brandin Cooks. Now, this was a free agent signing that they made in the offseason, obviously bringing him back to where he started his career. He signed a 2-year, $13 million deal, and at the time, T-Bob and I were like, what? 2 years, $13 million at this point in his career where you're at as a team. And I get you're trying to get some veteran leadership as well. This one never really made sense, certainly where he's at right now. But you were hoping you could get something out of him. And, I mean, what does
19 catches.
What does Dev say? He couldn't find a production with a search warrant?
Yep.
That's about right with Brandin Cooks this year. So I'm sure he was great in the locker room. You heard a lot of that yesterday out of the building. But Yeah, I mean, 2 years, $13 million. And as a fullback, that you would have to times my career salary by
Lots.
3 at least to get to that number. It's tough for me to say that was justified in any way when you handed him that deal. So, yeah, I mean,
This is
year
year one?
Yeah,
Okay.
year one. You have a reunion with a guy that you drafted. Look, Brandin Cooks playing on a lot of different football teams. He's been traded a lot of different times in his NFL career. So, the Saints make the move to move on from him and really leaves your receiver room. You got Vele, you got Mason Tipton, who
Well, they got Vele, dude.
Talked about him so
Obviously,
much.
they don't need
Of course,
Cooks
Olave.
anymore. They got all that production from Vele. He is the third leading receiver in the wide receiver room, at least, on your team.
How many yards is he have?
165. That's triple digits, sir. Fifth leading receiver on the team.
So Cooks will enter waivers while costing the Saints a modest amount against their 2025 salary cap. He now has a chance to land with somebody else in the NFL, and he's seeking probably to get on. I would assume he's going to clear waivers, and he's hoping to probably get on a contender. So the Saints will see a small amount of salary cap relief in 2026 after parting ways with the veteran Brandin Cooks, and that is on LouisianaSports.net by our guy Ross Jackson. Great article there, kind of a breakdown of how it all went down and what the numbers are going to look like. But yeah, this is a deal that when the Saints made it, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense during the deal, and so it does actually finally make sense to go ahead and just part ways. Like you're a team right now that has more issues than Vogue. Like you need young talent. You need draft choices. You need opportunities, I think, for younger players. Like, if you're going to continue to tell me about Mason Tipton every single training camp that we have and how much you like him and how much he's doing, that's great. Play Mason Tipton. Otherwise, he's just taking a roster spot. He's not dynamic on special teams, right? So if you want to keep him, let him play receiver because you're bad right now. Your record's terrible. You're one of the worst teams in the NFL. And so instead of paying this veteran guy who's not playing either a lot of money, move on and give the young guy an opportunity.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't really understand moving away from Brandin Cooks right now. I mean, they said it was mutual.
Well, he asked for it.
Yeah. So I guess if he's not playing, and you keep this guy, he's got the third most receptions in the wide receiver room.
Well,
and the guy that has number 2 is not even in the room anymore.
Okay, but I mean, I think you and I could.
Vele's got 54 yards receiving.
You and I could go out there and get 54 yards receiving, probably, maybe. I don't know. You see us during that flag football game the other day?
Yeah.
Woof.
Not a big deal.
Not that big of a deal. A couple catches, a tutter.
I mean, let's call it what it is. Like Mickey Loomis made 2 terrible decisions with Cooks and Vele.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Oh, well,
they're awful.
Yes.
Like, so.
Yes. A fourth rounder and a 7th rounder for the production you're getting.
Yep.
Like a 4th round pick, that's somebody that contributes at a high level. It's not necessarily a starter, but like when you give up a 4th round pick, like you're giving up somebody that's supposed to be like a pretty core piece of your team moving forward, at least for 2-3 years.
Yeah. The 4th rounder in my draft class in Green Bay started as a rookie at right guard and was a 5-time Pro Bowl guy. He played for like 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't have one my draft class. We had no draft picks. I don't know who they traded for, but we had Kason was a 1st round pick. I was a 3rd round pick that they traded the 2nd round pick from the next draft to move up because they didn't even have that. They had like 2 5ths and like a 7th, or something. But a 4th round pick, 4th round pick's expected to contribute, and so like you gave that away for less than 200 yards, and you gave a 4th and a 7th.
Wait, less than 200 yards. Jake, he's got 54 yards receiving.
Less than 100 yards.
Yeah.
54.
He's got 13 receptions. At least Brandin Cooks had 19 receptions.
That's so bad.
No, I'm sorry. Dude, I misread the stats. That's on me, people. He's got 13 targets. He's got 6 receptions.
6?
That's what it says.
It's almost a reception.
ESPN, they're credible, right?
Yeah.
That's what ESPN says. 6 receptions, 54 yards. Not a bad average, though. It's 9.
Not even a first down?
So paying Brandin Cooks $6.5 million per year to be what is currently your second leading receiver in the wide receiver room is not that bad of a deal.
Well, now when you lay it out with that guy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why unless you have respect for him. But, of course, you thought you'd see a lot more invisible bow and arrows than you did this year. But, it's the Saints. Their offense stinks. But the Falcons going to get shucked.
Oh, yeah. They're going to get shucked.
I said it. Going to win 4 of the next 7. What are you talking about?
I actually don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Saints got 4 wins in the next 7?
No, next 7 years.
It's my bold take. I get the turnover chain if that happens.
All right.
It might live in my house.
Should we do bold predictions on where Brandin Cooks will wind up? Turnover chain worthy? Just guess the team.
We'll guess the team. Yeah, we'll text Alondra. We'll get her choice as well. We'll have that for you at some point today. We'll take a break. More coming back your way. We are, again, live from Pro Dreams here in Baton Rouge. Go to pro-dreams.com. Remember, use promo code Hester and Flynn. Get 20% off your entire order here from Pro Dreams. Get that done today. We'll be back. More OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. When you go to trashrangers.com, remember you can sign up for residential and commercial service right there on the homepage. Also, remember you can check out the new sanitation department that they've got over there at Trash Rangers. So if you need a portable toilet, obviously they can come. They can deliver that for you as well. Speaking of delivering things, if you need a roll-off dumpster, Matthew's taking advantage of that. You should as well if you've got a project at your house, even if it's just some cleanup, right? It doesn't have to be like a remodel. If you're just looking to clean up, they can deliver that dumpster 3 different sizes to choose from at trashrangers.com.
That's right, Trash Rangers, trashrangers.com. Louisiana's leader in trash removal, trash pickup. And like Jake said, I got the 15-footer right now. You got a 15-foot, 20-foot, 30-foot roll-off dumpsters they can drop at your house, pick up whenever you want. Flat fee, too. There's no extra cost for, per tonnage at the dump or whatever it is. It is a flat fee, so what you see is what you get right there. Trashrangers.com.
Rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to.
It's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from Pro Dreams in Baton Rouge.
I used to
Hey, you know people can hear you, right?
the world.
All right, go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting. Always remember, everything is always available to you. If you've got a trip coming up here, go ahead, call Miss Lisa Sessions in that rental department. Get that rental reserved for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for the New Year's. Maybe you're going to Norman, Oklahoma to watch the Tigers play. Rent a vehicle today, something bigger, something better on gas mileage, whatever you are looking for. Brandin Cooks, you said you were going to give us your team.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot.
No, I didn't forget. Kidding me? You said you were going to text Alondra.
Well, we can get that pick, a little bit later on.
Yeah, I hadn't decided yet. But I immediately thought the Chiefs. It's just I feel like everybody ends up at the Chiefs for a little while at least.
It's like the rehab center?
The rehab center for everybody, except they need a little rehab this year.
I am going to say the Pittsburgh Steelers.
End up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They're 6-4. I know A-Rod's got a hand injury, non-throwing hand. They need some help at receiver.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf obviously is there. They need a 2. Pretty bad. So I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So you think Brandin Cooks is a 2 for him?
Well, better than what they have than Calvin Austin right now.
Mm-hmm. Has he ever played for the Patriots?
Yes.
He played for the Patriots?
He's pretty much got every team covered.
He's got every team.
Yeah, he has played for the Patriots, yes.
All right.
I got the Broncos.
You got the Broncos? The Broncos would be a good one.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that'd be a good pick. All right. I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Okay. Tete Musso. Don't know if y'all have a new Brandin Cooks landing spot.
I'll go San Francisco 49ers.
Good one. Moose, you got a pick there, bud?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We're gonna stick him. I actually didn't, but we'll just go with it here real quick. Yeah, Seahawks. We'll put him on the Seahawks.
All right.
We'll get a Launders pick as well. We're just trying to get this turnover chain.
Yeah.
The Rams feel like maybe a reunion with the Rams too.
Yeah.
I'll go Steelers though. I'll stay with my original answer. It's like on a test. Like once you get there, you don't
could he have a reunion with the Texans? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, do you think he'll have a bunch of options? He might just be like whatever team asks him to join.
No. I mean, he'll have options. I mean, you don't ask for your release if you don't have options, right? You know what I mean? Like you ask for it because like you want to be selective and you want to kind of be picky in what you're doing.
I don't love my pick. Dang it.
You want to change your pick?
Yeah, I just don't know who I'm changing it to yet.
I
wish him well, though.
This was like your idea.
Yeah, I didn't have one at the time. That was like an hour 3 thing, really.
Everybody else ready to go. You, no, nothing. Nothing there.
Look at guys.
Yeah, just like Arkansas hated to see Harold Perkins coming. Like Ole Miss didn't like seeing Darius Geis and any LSU running back during this time period.
Nope.
Hold it. Watch his counter. Watch his counter. Watch J.D. Moore right here.
These pullers, people.
Wow. God, J.D. Moore was so good.
Is that because he's wearing 18?
No, go back and look at the quotes from Leonard Fournette about J.D. Moore. Wax poetic. Bring that back.
Oh yeah.
I'd take it. I would take him and Foster Moreau right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Right now, both those guys. Wherever they're at, they could be in Seattle, Washington. I'd drive to go pick them up to bring them down to this offense.
I don't know how much time we have, but I did look up what wax poetic means, and the phrase draws from the verb to wax. It's a verb, which means to grow or become, and is often used to describe someone who's becoming verbose in their speech about a topic.
Hour 2, OTB.
Off the bench.
Go ahead,
All right,
wax.
Hitters, if you want the best gear in baseball and softball, you need to get to the Marucci's Hitter House in Baton Rouge. As you know, the place is a full superstore with Marucci, Victus. I mean, Lizard Skins, they've got it all right now. Try the hottest new bats from Marucci, from Victus, and you can do it right there in the cages. They have got 24/7 membership for the cages, discounts, family plans, even Marucci cleats and trainers. So you're set just like the pros. So go check them out. Remember, they've got a big deal going on coming up this weekend, and you can find all the information on their warehouse sale at maruccisports.com/campus-tours as well to get a tour while you're out there checking out Marucci.
That's right, maruccisports.com. Go see them right there on Seguin, maruccisports.com.